Hey guys, 4C here. I hope you're having a great day or a great evening. I'm getting started sort of late tonight getting home because I had to go to a unexpected birthday celebration with some family, which we had a great time, some great Italian. So I'm here now, starting to break things down finally. And I said, you know what? You need to make a video today because you did something very strange, stranger than normal. And I just gotta talk about this. But first, as you can see, I'm wearing a scarf on my head because when I walked in here to make the video in my studio, I noticed, just one little section of hair, maybe 8 hairs, wasn't laying as flat as the rest. So what do? I break the cardinal 4C when you have shellacked your hair to your head rule. I took a brush and just brushed it, thinking that it was going to lay smoother. And then I did the old, let me go get some product and put on it and put the head rag on it, thinking that would re-flatten it. Guess what happened? I went and just found a decorative rag and tied it on my head and called it a night because it was looking like, what's that? Sorry, a shark fin. Anyway, I was looking at some emails and I saw something come through to my page and it was from naturallycurly.com. And I subscribe to a number of different websites just to try to keep in my hand on the pulse of what's in trend right now and look at products and so forth. And I can see right now I'm going to have a real problem with hair products because I saw some design essential stuff coming through and all these different products. I'm like, God, I love my Shea Moisture and I love my natural Shea Butter. But hey, I wouldn't mind experimenting to see, what happens. I'm going to have to really keep, a gauge on that. So we were going to probably be having lots of talks on me and these different products and, how cheap Cicely is now spending, $58 a week on various hair grease. Anyway, excuse me, I've been trying to get over a little bit of a cough. How do I tell this story? There are people around me that I sort of see on a daily or not a daily or maybe 3 times a week basis that are, okay, here we go, winning significant amount of money on scratch-offs. Now, there's a reason to all this, so just bear with me. One in particular sticks out in my mind where this person goes to like the newsstand and or wherever he went and bought a scratch off. Scratch. I don't want to give the exact amount that this person won, but it was in the 5 figures. Call goes out, everybody finds out. I'm happy for you. Congratulations. Same person goes out. That's another scratch off. Yep. Wins another 5 figures. That's great. As I'm going through challenges. Not hating, but I'm just being honest. That's what's going through my mind as I'm hearing this. Then someone else within the same pool of people that I interact with, we know each other by name, all this stuff, they go out. Scratch. And someone walks up to me to tell me this new person's good news, and I want to just rip off an eyelid. And I said, oh my God, you got to get past that, Cicely. That's not good. That's really not good. Be happy for these people. You don't know what their testimony is. But anyway, all of a sudden, it was like these people that do the automatic writing. I was like, what would you do if you won the lottery? Like the like a couple 100 million, like, what would you do? And I was so distracted by that because I think that if you play the lottery, we all think of, yeah, I know what I do when I do the lottery, if I won the lottery, excuse me. And for the first time, I don't know why this struck me like this, but I was like, you know what? No, really, like, why don't you write down really what you do if you won the lottery? And it got to the point where I got so detailed, I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I have a trusty notebook, which I'm not going to show you because if anyone else sees this trusty notebook that knows me in the real world outside of the YouTube channel, if they get a hold of my trusty notebook, I'm going to have to start a new channel. Anyway, so I'm like in my trusty book, automatic writing, phase 1, call, find out what the claim process is. 2, call the bank, find out, look, here's the process. How long are they going to hold your money up? Because I'd like it as soon as possible. 3, yada, yada, yada. Then as I'm going through, and then I go to like phase 2, real estate. And etc. I was thinking, as I actually went back over the list, because it was really sort of like I was just taken over by it just struck me to write it down. I looked at some of that stuff and I said, you know what? If not now, when? And I'm not saying to behave like, okay, you got all the lottery money, you can do all this stuff. But when I really went and revisited some of the things that I wrote down on the list, and again, mind you, I know you're probably sick of me saying this, but I'm going through some challenges right now, and I'm trying to basically like rebuild. And a lot of the debacle from 2014 is carrying over a little bit into 2015, but it's getting good. So we're on the upswing here. But I started looking down at some of this stuff, and I said, a lot of this stuff, in a way, you can sort of do just on a smaller scale right now. And who knows where it could lead you. So, you may want to just do something like that. And I think we've all heard this before, like, if money were no object, what would you do? I guess it's sort of similar to that, actually, now that I think about it. Why don't you just, if money was no object, or like me, it'd probably be better, it was better for me to be like, okay, well, let's say if you did win like $100 million from the lottery, what would you do? Tie it to a finite amount and just start writing. And don't even think about it, and just write down what you would do and just look back through that stuff and see if there's some things in there that you can actually modify to your current lifestyle. And I say this because, we get so caught up in the daily grind. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you. I love all that self-help stuff and guru stuff. I'm very into that. But also, some of that stuff can be like self-help entertainment, especially if you're not backing it up with action. And I'm at a place right now where I'm trying to take more appropriate action or radical action. I actually have been listening to this guy, Infinite Water Diving Deep. You may want to check his channel out. And he talks about stuff like that. But, it's different when you read something and you say, okay, you get that adrenaline rush and I'm going to do it. I know I can do it. Anything's possible, but you put your mind to it and this and the other. That's great. It feels good when you're saying that. But then you got to get back down to earth and be like, okay, well, I got to pay bills and I know I'm not going to be modeling in Vogue anytime soon, but I think it's okay to dream and have some ideas and then look at that and see what you can pull out of those what ifs. Money was no issue, to see what you can do in real life. And it'll feel good, even if you say, well, hey, here's a for instance. I'm just pulling this one right now. I want a beach house. Well, that's actually true. I do want a beach house. Okay, you may not be able to get a beach house, but why don't you go out and buy maybe like something from Pier 1 that could go in a beach house, whatever. That's a little minute realization of, that dream or something like that. And let's just see where that takes us. So that's my little, why don't you try to do that for tonight and think upon that and stuff. And you can apply it in other places, because I think I'm going to do that. Really go through that exercise and write down everything that I would do if money were no object, and see what I can pull out of that to apply to my daily life. Because like I said, again, I'm going through challenges and I'm basically rebuilding. So I still got to pay bills, and I got a lot of stuff that I got to take care of. But let's just see what happens. So let's do it in the winter and see what blossoms in the spring. Anyway, I'll be talking to you later. Have a great night. Bye-bye.